So if you just bought a home here in Houston, Texas within the last year and want to know how to file your homestead exemption, well, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you just how to do it. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to file for your homestead exemption and what it's going to do for you and your tax break. Okay, so before we even start talking about homestead exemption, I think it would be a great start if we started talking about property tax. So I pulled up a property here that I recently closed on in 2023 with one of my buyers. On this area here, we're going to scroll down to the assessed value section. So basically what the assessed value is going to be the value of your property that the appraisal district has valued your property at. So every year the appraisal district kind of puts a value on your property, and within that value you do have the ability to kind of argue against that claim. However, you do need to have hard evidence to back up your claim. So I recommend either talking to myself to help you assess you with that situation, or your current agent that you're working with. Because like I said, you do need hard evidence to back up that claim. But before we even talk about that, let me show you exactly what the assessed value looks like. So as we look on this property here, the assessed value for 2022 was $223,642. So once again, this property was closed on earlier this year. It actually closed on for closer to the value of $300,000. So in this case, the current owner should be happy with the appraised value because you want the appraised value to be as low as possible, so that number that you are being taxed on is at a lower number. And like I said before, you can argue this number, but if you do choose so, I recommend you making sure you have hard evidence to back up your claim. So now let's talk about the property taxes here in Texas. So the number we're focusing on right here is going to be this number down here at the bottom, 2.6. So number 2.6 is going to be the cumulative number. So the cumulative number comes from all these additional factors right above it. All these numbers up here, for example, the Tomball ISD, the Harris County, they're all going to be added up to create that additional number, the total estimate tax rate at the bottom here. So basically, this number could be different for all the different properties throughout Houston. It all depends on what area you're in and how desirable that area is. Factors that could adjust this number is you could be in a newer area, somewhere of new construction around about you, or in a more desired area, that your tax rate could be a little bit on the higher end. Or for example, if your area that may not be as new or a little bit more away from the cities or newer construction, your number might be on that lower end. Okay, so how does homestead exemption work? So basically, after you apply for homestead exemption and get accepted, certain portions of the cumulative tax rate, for example, let's just say Harris County will say that after you've got accepted, they're only going to be taxing you for 80% of the property value. So meaning that when you multiply, just for example, this property, 223,642 by 80%, that is a new property value that they're going to tax you on. So they're going to multiply this number by the new property value that we got, that is 80% of the total appraised value. Then that's going to be the new number that they're going to tax you on. It may not be applied to all of these, but basically what it does, it gives you a discount on your yearly tax for your primary residence. You're only allowed to apply for homestead on one of your properties. So if you own multiple properties, I highly recommend you applying your homestead to your most expensive property. For today's video, I'm going to show you how to apply for homestead exemption on Montgomery County and Harris County. Before you apply for your homestead exemption, you have to apply for your new driving license with your new property address on there. So once you've got your driving license with your new property address, then it's time for you to apply for your homestead exemption. Okay, so first we're going to apply for our homestead exemption with Montgomery County. So once we go to this website right here, then we're going to go over to the top bar. It's going to say exemptions, slide over to homestead exemptions, and then once we're in here, we're going to scroll to the middle of the screen. So there's several ways that you can apply for homestead exemption. You can do it by mail, online, or even go into their office. Their address is right here. So the easiest way, most likely, is going to be online. So let's hit online. So it's going to pull you up to this page here. So either you can register by putting your name in here if you don't already have an account, or if you've never lived in Montgomery County before. However, I have, so I'm going to hit the login screen here. I want to put my login real quick. So it's gonna be blurred so you can't see it. So let me just put my password in here. All right. Okay, okay, so I've already started an application. So obviously if you never started one before, you would hit new application. But I'm gonna hit the one I've already started. So basically the information you have down here, you're gonna slide down, hit continue after you read it all, and then you're gonna fill out your information. So specific to you and your property. So it's real simple. It's basically like a questionnaire. You're gonna select the information that is correct for you. And then after you've done that, you're gonna hit continue. I'm not gonna fill it in because I'm not applying at the moment. And then you're gonna have your specific application information, and then parcel search, and then your homestead information. And then make sure, like I said, you have your new license, your new driving license. Then you're gonna be uploading that driving license for yourself and also maybe your partner into this application. And then that's how you apply for your application of Montgomery County. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Harris County Appraisal District. So let's just slide over to the Harris County Appraisal District website. We're gonna scroll down here to where it says exemption forms. You're gonna select that blue button right here. So basically the form we're looking for here is 11.13, the Homestead Exemption form. So let's select that form right here. So it'll load on your screen. So basically on this form, we have all this different information that we need to fill out. And it's going to be quite self-explanatory. You'll see the information that you need to fill out for your property information, your property owner information, and then also make sure that if you are married, you do select that married couple and make sure that you add their information on there also. And then once you fill out all the information and sign it at the bottom, make sure you do also attach a file here. They're going to ask you for your driving license. That's why I said it's very important to apply for a new driving license with your new property ID on there, so that when you do apply for your homestead exemption, it doesn't get rejected because you have your new property address on there while you're filing for your homestead exemption. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you've filled out all the information, you hit submit and sign, and then that is how you apply for your homestead exemption online. Again, it's important to realize that homestead exemption isn't going to be applied the minute you submit your application. It's going to take probably several weeks or even months for the appraisal district to approve your process. So after applying for your homestead exemption, give it a few months, give it a few weeks, and then check in to see if your homestead exemption shows up in your public appraisal district. You can do this by searching your own property address. I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. For example, Harris County, you can go over here, quick search, and then in this area here, you can search by your address, and then just type in your street address, hit search, and it's going to pull up your property history as well as your tax information. So you'll be able to see it there if your homestead exemption has been applied. However, if this is something you may need help with, I'm more than happy to assist you with your homestead exemption forms for any sort of real estate need you have, whether you're buying a home, you're listing your home, or looking for a lease. The best way to contact me is my number below or my email address. Feel free to reach out. I'll be happy to help you any way I can. Once again, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something today. If you did learn something today, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm a new channel, so any support that you can give me is greatly appreciated. But other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.